Hey everyone, welcome to How to Be Fancy. I'm Heather, and today we're going to talk about the top 4 books that I am currently reading. Rising Strong by Brené Brown, a book by one of the leading authors on vulnerability and shame, and this book kind of deals with the struggle of failure and trying again. So to kind of sum up Rising Strong, I thought I would read to you the manifesto of the brave and the brokenhearted, which Brené Brown includes in the book. There is no greater threat to the critics and the cynics and the fearmongers than those of us who are willing to fall because we have learned how to rise with skinned knees and bruised hearts. We choose owning our stories of struggle over hiding, over hustling, over pretending. When we deny our stories, they define us. We run from the struggle, we are never free. So we turn toward the truth and we look it in the eye. We will not be characters in our stories. Not villains, not victims, not even heroes. We are the authors of our lives. We write our own daring endings. We craft love from heartbreak, compassion from shame, grace from disappointment, courage from failure. Showing up is our power. Story is our way home. Truth is our song. We are the brave and brokenhearted, and we are rising strong. Number 2 is Monsters by Emerald Fennell. Now, at first, I assumed that based on the cover and the age of the characters in the story and the big bold print, that this was a young adult or even maybe kids chapter novel. That is definitely not the case with this story. It's a really dark and unusual story about a really morbid 12-year-old girl who we actually never learn her name, and her murder-obsessed, possibly sociopathic friend Miles. It's every bit creepy and disturbing, but it really doesn't feel anything like your typical murder mystery story. I was really surprised by this book, and it has a really clever and kind of twisted ending, which I absolutely loved. This one is a little bit tricky to find. I happened to run across it on the Book Depository, which ships worldwide for free, so you may check there first. Speaking of dark horror, another book that I picked up from the Book Depository is this little lovely bit by Edgar Allan Poe. This is the Penguin English Literary Edition of The Murder of Rue Morgue and Other Tales. When I was in college, one of my English professors once told me that my short stories reminded her of Poe and Milton, and so obviously she was A, my very favorite professor of all time, and B, I've been obsessed with both of those ever since. This particular edition includes a few of my favorites, including The Telltale Heart. It also includes the horrific story of The Black Cat. The final book I wanted to talk to you guys about is called Ghost Stories from Laura Spinella. Now, one of the perks of having an Amazon Prime account is that you get to choose a book every month for free from the Kindle First edition. The book is a story about a young woman who has a special gift and can communicate with the dead. Obviously, I've had sort of a murder mystery dark horror theme running throughout the month of March, so let me know what books you guys have been reading this month. I would love to hear from you. The votes for this week's video were actually tied 50-50, so next week I will be doing my 4 favorite YouTubers at the minute. I think you guys are gonna really love finding some new channels. That's all for today. I will see you next week. Bye-bye. I think it's really difficult to discover natural / organic / cruelty-free products, and so that's what this box promises to kind of deliver.